Have you ever met a recruit who was too perfect for basic training? Private First Class Marcus Taylor arrived with his college transcripts, Eagle Scout badge, and a letter of recommendation from his congressman. Harvard graduate, spoke 4 languages, could run a 5-minute mile. Day 1, while we're fumbling with our rifles, Taylor field strips his M16 in 30 seconds. Reassembles it blindfolded. Drill Sergeant Williams asks where he learned that. YouTube, Drill Sergeant, and my grandfather's hunting rifles. Week 2, land navigation exercise. Most of us get lost trying to find the first checkpoint. Taylor completes the entire course in half the allotted time, finds 2 other lost recruits, and guides them home. The drill sergeant started testing him. Extra push-ups? Taylor cranks out 200 without breathing hard. Surprise inspection? His locker looks like a military museum display. Map reading? He corrects errors in the training manual. But here's where it got weird. Taylor never bragged, never showed off, helped struggling recruits after lights out, shared his knowledge freely, made everyone around him better. Our platoon went from worst to first in 6 weeks. Highest PT scores in the company, best marksmanship ratings, cleanest barracks, all because Taylor led by example, not by showing off. Other drill sergeants started visiting our training sessions, wanted to see this perfect recruit everyone was talking about. Taylor treated them with the same respect as everyone else. Week 8, the real test came. Field training exercise, 72 hours in the woods, simulated combat operations. Most recruits break down by day 2. Taylor organized our defensive positions like a seasoned infantry officer, set up watch rotations that actually let people sleep, rationed food so nobody went hungry, kept morale up with quiet leadership. When opposing forces attacked our position, Taylor didn't just follow orders. He anticipated them, moved squads before being told, spotted weaknesses in enemy formations, turned a routine training exercise into a tactical masterpiece. The after-action review was legendary. Battalion commander showed up personally, asked Taylor where he learned small unit tactics. Call of Duty and history books, sir, plus common sense. That's when things got interesting. Taylor's background check came back with some unusual flags. His college professors remembered him differently, described him as quiet, unremarkable, average student. Turns out Taylor had spent 2 years after graduation doing something nobody talked about. Gap in his employment history. No explanation, just missing time. Military intelligence got curious, started digging deeper, found travel records to places that raised eyebrows, training courses that weren't on any college curriculum, skills that don't come from video games. Week 10, 2 men in suits visited our barracks, had a long conversation with Taylor in the commander's office. Nobody heard what was said, but Taylor came out looking different. Relieved, maybe. Graduation day, Taylor finished first in every category. Distinguished honor graduate. Drill Sergeant Williams shook his hand and said something that stuck with me. Son, I've trained thousands of soldiers. You're the first one who arrived already knowing things I couldn't teach. Taylor got orders to Fort Bragg, Special Operations Command, fast-tracked through advanced individual training. Last we heard, he was doing things that don't appear in newspapers. Years later, I ran into Drill Sergeant Williams at a reunion, asked him about Taylor. He just smiled and said, some people join the army to become soldiers. Others join because they already are soldiers and need somewhere to belong. Never found out what Taylor did during those missing years, but I suspect he wasn't learning from video games and history books. Guy moved like someone who'd been in real fights before. The perfect recruit wasn't perfect because he was naturally gifted. He was perfect because he'd already been through something that made basic training look like summer camp.